Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Astrology 1123. I hope all of you are doing well. I would like to do a general astrology reading, or rather should I say astrology reading for all sun signs for the week starting January 10th up until January 16th. Please know that these are general readings. These are not specific to your date of birth and your time of birth, etc. So if you are looking for a reading that is exclusively just for you based upon your birth chart, etc., please do get in touch with me. Do email me. The email address is below in the description box. However, my email address is therealastrology1123@gmail.com. There are a whole bunch of different charts, etc. That I do. Let me go down to this page so I can read them out correctly. For astrology, right? Where'd you go, buddy? Come back here. So I do the birth chart report for children up until the age of 12. Then adolescent report from 13 to 19. Then birth chart report for adult illustrating your natal chart. Solar return chart, okay, for yourself on your birthday. Vocations report, that is not vacations, it's vocations, okay, regarding your career, what you would gravitate to. Then the year ahead report, okay, which would interpret all the timings and the transits for the year ahead for you. And the lunar return chart that takes into consideration 12 months, of the lunar cycles. Then relationship readings, and these are synastry readings basically between you and a significant other, or you and anybody else. They don't have to be like a husband and wife or whatever. It could be you and your sibling or whoever, right? And another one is I do astrology charts for family-based thing. Now, when I say family, I don't do this chart for every single member of your family. No, this chart is for you and the role you play in your family, okay, and what the dynamics would be if you're having any issues with any family member, like the whys and hows and that sort of thing. So you're going to be the central character again as far as that is concerned. So these are the different types of astrology readings I do. Feel free to get in touch with me. I will be more than happy to accommodate. One thing, of course, I'll send you the price chart, etc. One thing I do want to say is, when you do decide to get one of these readings and you do decide to kind of fix an appointment and etc., go through the motions of the fees and setting the date and all that, please know it's not that I'm just going to get you something printed and sent it out to you. That's not how I do my consultations. I actually sit and walk you through and explain everything, the whys and wherefores, etc. And of course you can ask me questions at any point in time and I do explain that. Whatever your questions may be as to why is this happening, what could have caused this, what could have prevented it, what could have softened the effects, etc., that sort of thing. And also going into the future, if you do your 12-month ahead, whatever, I will explain, hey, maybe this month you got to be careful with this, or hey, go for it this month, or any new projects, or if you're wanting to launch something, go ahead during this period of time, or hold it back during this period of time, that sort of a thing. And of course I will also email you the everything with your chart and the houses and all the details, so that way you will have a copy with you also. Now I do recommend that please set aside good amount of time. I don't rush through these things, I just don't. What I'd like to say is, look, I put in a lot of energy, I put in a lot of effort to do these things. So when I'm willing to make that commitment for you, I hope you come to me with an open mind and having ample amount of time, so just so you don't feel rushed, okay? And you can ask all your questions, right, to maximize on the consultation. That's my one request. Another thing is, for astrology, your date of birth, your time of birth, your city and state of birth are an absolute necessity. Now, if we go through the motions, set the appointment, do all the thing, and we schedule everything, and then you give me your time of birth as 11:20 a.m. in the morning, I start doing all my work behind the scenes before we even get to the appointment. It takes a lot of work from my end, right? And then on the day of the appointment, while we are talking and I go through, you said your birthday was on January 1st, etc., etc., your time of birth was 11:20 a.m. And you go, oh no, I'm so sorry, it's not 11:20 a.m., it's actually 11:35 p.m. I cannot go back and redo another chart for you. I will not, because that takes a lot of time. I put in a lot of time and effort doing these charts. So when you send me your information, please make sure it is very, very accurate, okay? And I will ask you to reconfirm, and because it's all via email, right? Of course, if I have made a mistake, you did say 11:35, but for whatever crazy reason, I assumed it was 11:20 and I made that boo-boo, that's on me. I will definitely do another chart and definitely fix it. But if the mistake is on your part, I'm not going to go back and fix it myself, because there will be ample enough of time, of course, to confirm, reconfirm, etc. Having said that, if you do not know your accurate time of birth, it doesn't help me to say, I think it's about 11:22 a.m. I'm not sure. That doesn't help. Okay? Because not being sure is like why even bother? So that's the thing, and that's one thing. And the other thing is, if you do not know your time of birth, that's okay, but let me know ahead of time. So if you let me know ahead of time, what I would do is, which is a fairly acceptable procedure in astrology, we divvy the 24 hours, right? Split the difference, and we assume the time of birth was 12 noon. Okay? So of course, if we consider the time of birth as 12 noon, if let's say Mars was at something other house, 6th house at 0 degrees 27, if we knew exactly your time of birth, it may show us maybe 0 degrees something else, right? It's going to vary a little, but not by a much. Okay, so just know that I'm just being very transparent about these things, because I don't want anybody coming back to me and saying, oh well, that astrologer said this and this here. I know, I have to say this, I have to put it out. These are based upon the calculations I do, and I do follow Sidereal astrology. So unless you want very specifically asking, Kirtana, I want Vedic astrology, or I want the Western astrology, then yes, I will go according to those charts, whichever is easy for you. What else did I want to say? Yeah, enough of the gabbing, right? So shall we get on with it? I suppose I should have a timer on so I would know, Hang on one second. Do I have a timer on my phone? Of course I do. Do I know how to operate it? I don't. Okay, so timer is on. Okay, so the first sun sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Aquarius. And this thing is annoying me already, y'all. Hang on one second. This stopwatch bugs me. That constant changing, forget it. So I will put the timestamps, don't worry about it. Aquarius, right? So what do we have for you for the week of January 10th to January 16th? So that's going to be, wait, what day is today? Yes, January 10th to 16th. So I do Monday through Sunday, right? So from tomorrow to Sunday, depending on where you are in the world. So my beautiful Aquarians. So let's start with this. We have on January 14th, Mercury turns retrograde. On January 14th, Ceres direct. January 17th, we have a full moon in Cancer. January 18th, Uranus goes direct. January 18th, True Node retrogrades in Taurus. January 19th, Sun enters Aquarius. So this is beautiful, actually. Now let's start from the top. Mercury turns retrograde on January 14th. So Mercury rules Gemini, and you're in Aquarius. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your fifth house. Now, when we all know Mercury is about, let me shut this down, I don't need that. We all know Mercury is about communication, and it's in your fifth house. And fifth house talks about love affairs, speculation, love affairs, kids, whatever. So whatever your communications are with regards to your loved ones, your kids, that sort of a thing, be a little bit careful, because things could be said that cannot be unheard, and exchange of words could happen, and that sort of a thing, and maybe somebody reacts to something very unexpectedly, and they are all of a sudden very sensitive, and you must have thought, geez, when did this person become so sensitive about these kind of things, that sort of stuff. So be careful in terms of your communication, particularly with your loved ones, okay, because it is popping up as your fifth house, I would say. regardless, communication, right? Communication is the most important thing, right? How we communicate to others also reflects on who we are as people. So just keep that in mind. And then we have the full moon in Cancer now. Aquarius, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sixth house. The full moon is going to be in your sixth house. And this is regarding your work, health, discipline, and habits. So I'm going to say there is a possibility that some things regarding your work, health, discipline, and habits that may have been under the wraps, that may not have come to the surface, or maybe you didn't know, maybe something was hidden and something iffy was going on, all of a sudden you find out. Now, what do I mean by iffy? Maybe you were at the doctor's office and they had to go through a multitude of tests and you're like, what in the world? Can you people not decide? Like, what is the diagnosis? And they'll be like, oh, we forgot about this. Or, oh, I'm so sorry, we were supposed to test you for this, but we forgot about it. We'll have to call you in to test you for that again. That sort of a thing. Trust me, I know. I've gone through that. So there's a possibility that could happen. Now, when we talk about work and habits, I'm going to say, with regards to work too, maybe something was going on behind the scenes that you did not know about. So be careful. It is going to come to light, but be careful, because with Mercury retrograde, what if you get annoyed and you say something? It could go south. So be careful. Then we have Uranus turns direct in Taurus on the 18th. So you're an Aquarius, right? So, well, Uranus rules Aquarius along with Saturn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth house. Ooh, wow. So this is actually good in a way. So if you've had a relationship that's kind of faltered or something quite like that with regards to your fourth house, that is your emotions, your home, maybe your mother, your family roots, and that sort of a thing. If the relationship was a little, what's the word? Crackly? I don't know what that means, crackly, go figure. Right? Like a bit a rough spot. It's going to start clearing up. And also with the full moon, right? Things are going to come to light and you'll be able to find out, hey, what? Oh, okay, this was okay, move on, that sort of a thing. Now, and yes, there is going to be some sudden changes over there. There could be some shocks because you'll be like, dang, I didn't know about this. Okay. All right. This is getting very lengthy, but that's okay. We will do this. Then what do we have? Sun enters Aquarius on the 19th, whoop whoop, because it is going to be your birthday month starts, right? So on the 19th, when Sun enters your first house, which is Aquarius, remember the first house is how you represent yourself. It's you yourself, how people look at you, how you want people to look at you. Hey, go for it. Fantastico. This is great. So happy birthday. And, for all you beautiful Aquarians, listen, have at it. A new year, a new, yes, a new year, right? Literally, January, even if you look at the calendar year, it is a new year. So happy birthday to you. Set your goals, set your intentions, do what you need to. There is a high spotlight on. If you have gone through some 12th house changes, which is your karmas, your hidden supports, etc., and all that is taken care of, and now a new you is coming to light, which is beautiful, fabulous. I love it. And then what do we have? Actually, let me draw the line here because then I will forget. So there you have it, because I would have gone on and it would have ended up for the whole month. I'm just doing weekly. So there we have it, my beautiful Aquarius. That's for you. Next is we are going to go into Pisces. Pisces, let's talk about you for a second. Mercury turns retrograde on Jan 14th. Ceres goes direct on Jan 14th. Jan 17th, full moon in Cancer. Jan 18th, Uranus direct in Uranus Taurus to 49 degrees. Then Jan 18th, true node retrogrades in Taurus. Jan 19th, Sun enters Aquarius. So my beautiful Pisces, let's start from the top. Mercury retrogrades, okay? And as we all know, Mercury rules Gemini. So Pisces, 2, 3, third house. So communication is the focus for you for sure for this week. So pay attention to your communication, how you communicate with people, what you say, how you say, etc. Pisces for the most part are not the kind of people who jabber on and that sort of stuff. They could be a little bit intense too. They kind of keep things hidden, keep things simmering, and then boom. So Watch yourself. If things need to be said, say it. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. You have a full moon in Cancer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth house. Fifth house talks about love affairs. And, if you're speculating on something, be very careful. Full moon on your fifth house. Love affairs, speculations, kids, etc. Something regarding your kids. If there's been some sort of a speculation with regard, I don't say it so much as finances, but kids, then it's going to come to light. Also with regards to your relationships, something has been kept hidden, it's going to come to light. Okay, then let's go and see Uranus turns direct. 2, 3 in Taurus again. Immediate environment and short trips. So there could be some sudden changes and shocks with regards to your third house situation, which is immediate environment and short trips. And also your 12th house, because Aquarius turns direct in, Uranus turns direct in Uranus, and Uranus rules Aquarius is basically what I was trying to say, duh me. So 12th house is your karma, hidden supports, institutions, etc. And then here we have your, okay, so is there a possibility that you might be going on a short trip with regards to, is somebody institutionalized? Somebody is institutionalized and you're seeking help and you wanted help, either to release them, to take them home, to something like that is happening around here, and you are going to be making a short trip with regards to that. It's also got to do with your immediate environment, so pay heed. Sun enters Aquarius, so again that is your 12th house. Yeah, for you Pisces, I think this week is the spotlight is going to be on your 12th house and your 3rd house. So some karmic kind of a situation. If anybody's been institutionalized, be it by law or medically, I don't know. Or if you have something going on with some kind of an institution, that's going to come to light. Tread carefully because of Mercury retrograde. Whatever the situation is, watch your words, watch your words, watch your words. Mercury is going to affect all of us. Watch your words, okay? Communication, our computers, our software, this and that. Be careful in terms of somebody hacking into your computer system and that sort of stuff. Aries, for you, January 14th, Mercury turns retrograde, Ceres turns direct. January 17th, full moon in Cancer. January 18th, Uranus direct, Uranus in Taurus, 49 degrees. January 18th, through node retrograde enters Taurus, goes backward to Taurus. January 19th, Sun enters Aquarius. So Aquarius, let's take it from the top. Mercury retrogrades, which is Gemini. Let's see. Third house, so 3. Third house again, immediate environment. And then full moon in Cancer, 3, 4. 3 and 4th house, emotions. So, okay. Give me 1 second. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3, 4, and 11. So for you this week, 3rd house, 4th house, and 11th house. So 3rd house is immediate environments and short trips and communication. 4th house is your emotions, your home, your mother, your family roots. You may have to I think you're kind of getting a little bit emotional about your family, your home, your mother, your parents. And 11th house is like-minded people, groups, and friends. So there is going to be a lot of back and forth. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at my chart, my paperwork. So please, I hope you understand. It's not that I don't want to make eye contact here, right? I'm just looking at my paperwork here. So there is going to be focus, is going to be a communication with regards to your immediate environment, your family, your home, your mother, that sort of a thing. You're very concerned. And also like-minded people, groups, and friends. There is a possibility it could kind of start diminishing in terms of your interactions with your groups and friends, maybe your co-workers, maybe something like that. It could kind of sort of start not deteriorating like it's going bad, but I feel like you're either moving away from them or you're going to another job or another whatever. There is a possibility you could also be moving. Full moon in Cancer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th house. Yes, a lot of emotions regards to mom and home and that sort of a thing. So Sun enters Aquarius, which is again your 1, 2, 3, 11th house. So the focus is on your 3rd, 4th and 11th house. Yes. Something with regards to your close environment, groups of people you work with or your friends or your associates. The sun entering Aquarius is a good thing, because Aquarius, of course, is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. You know, Saturn typically is stability, go back, look, reconfigure, do all this, and Uranus is sudden changes and shocks. And here you are, Aries, who's a Mars, who's like, let's fight and then ask questions later type of thing. So you are going to probably have to change your approach, your verbal approach, or change your mindset, or change your opinions as to how to go about dealing with a particular situation in your life for this week. I'm going to stop there because I'm getting too deep, and this is just a weekly reading, so let's get on with it. Taurus. For you, my beautiful Taurians, January 14th, Mercury turns retrograde. January 14th, Ceres direct. Okay, actually Ceres turns direct in Taurus, 58 degrees. Then full moon in Cancer. Then Uranus direct Uranus, 10 degrees, Taurus 49. Uranus in 10 and Taurus 49 degrees. True node retrogrades in Taurus. Okay, you got a lot going on. Sun in Aquarius for this week. So let's see, Mercury, which is your 2nd house, okay, that's Gemini. Then 2nd, 3rd house, 2nd and 3rd house, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2nd, 3rd and 11th houses. So values, talents, possessions, ability to earn income, money, your immediate environment and short trips, and I would say 10th house, which is career, reputation, morals and life goals. So, and you have your full moon also in Cancer, right? 2, 3. So did you just blow somebody off, like get mad at them and kind of, ooh, you might want to be careful. So if you are in a situation where your job is going to say, look, we need you to start moving around, or maybe you have a job where you manage a territory or a group of locations or anything like that, and there's a little bit of a tug of war in terms of, well, that particular zone was also supposed to be under my charge, and now you've given it to somebody else, and that's not fair, or this individual has come into my zone and is trying to get business out of my zone. That kind of a little drama could go on. Okay, and your 3rd house, so you will also be traveling. That's going to be settled down, so don't worry about it. And your 10th house, yeah, this is your career, reputation, morals and life goals. You may have some frustrations. You're probably going to be a little bit annoyed. You're like, okay, this isn't fair, you people. Come on, man. I've been doing this job for the past 10, 20 years, and now you pulled this on me? Like, what kind of a stunt is this? You could be having conversations like this in terms of your work environment and such. I don't see that so much with regards to your family situation, but more your work. And you might be questioning, oh, like you're so annoyed, you'll be like, I don't know, I mean, I have to rethink this. But if you're talking to a boss or a supervisor, an employer, and you say, I don't know, man, I'm going to have to rethink this whole thing with this company, and you turn around and walk away, let me tell you, they are going to assume that you're going to quit, and then they'll fire you before you quit. So don't say those words, okay? Because you may say it because you're frustrated, not because you're going to quit, but they're going to conveniently misconstrue it, and then it's going to take a different turn. So watch your words, Taurus. Mercury is very, we got to really be careful with Mercury. Gemini, Mercury going retrograde. Gemini, you guys, Mercury rules your planet. So whoa. Okay, January 14th, Mercury turns retrograde. And then January 14th, Ceres goes direct. Mercury goes retrograde in Aquarius, right? So 9th house. Okay. And then full moon in Cancer, that's your 2nd house. 9th house, 2nd house. And 9th house. 9th house. 9th house and 2nd house are of importance for you this week. So watch your communication with your father, okay? Maybe you are planning on going for higher education or getting a higher degree or adding certifications, etc. Be very, very clear. Maybe you started something and you stopped. You're going to go back and finish it. Be very clear about your agenda, how you want to go about doing it. Second house is your full moon, right? Full moon in Cancer on January 17th, which is your second house. Your values, your talents, positions, earning. Something with regards to your money or your earning income or whatever, or your ability to earn income. You will come to find out around the full moon that, hey, maybe your employer has been jipping you, keeping some money away from you. Like maybe you find out somebody else who has the same tenure, same position as you, they are getting a bigger salary than you or a bigger wage than you, and then it's all going to be like, we both were hired on the same day, we have the same position, we are like, literally peers at work. Why is it that she is getting that and I'm getting this? So why is it that he's getting that salary and I'm getting this? So if you need to investigate that and you want to be able to go back and fix it and all that stuff, I would say go at it from a very calm perspective. If you need to take legal guidance, do it. You will be able to recover all those monies, but it's not going to be like, oh, we are so sorry, Jane Doe, we'll cut your check right now and give it to you. No, you will probably have to wait a few months, and then it's going to take a legal turn, and then you will be able to get your money back. But Gemini, hold your mouth, don't blab on. I think I said that, where did I say it? When I did the tarot reading too, and I get the same thing here. Don't just blabber on. Hold your words. Be calm, be patient. Okay? Because you're going to turn around and they're going to tell you, John Doe, you know what your problem is, buddy? You have a big mouth. Or they turn around and say, Jane Doe, you know what your problem is, lady? You have a big mouth. And so I'm telling you, calm down. Okay? Cancer. He can come in. Hang on, you guys. I have to let Bernie in because he's right. Hold on, boo. Oh my goodness. I'm stuck in this chair. Come. Ow, paper cut. What's the problem? I'm in the middle of a reading, baby. Sit down. Sit down, boo. This was a birthday gift from my beautiful friend, Texas Patriot. Thank you. I love it. It's a hoodie and it's like a cape. So I just love it. All right. So Cancer, right? We're working on Cancerians for this. Okay. So Cancerians, January 14th, Mercury turns retrograde. Okay. In Aquarius. Okay. It goes a little bit back in Aquarius. Then Ceres goes direct, then full moon in Cancer, then Uranus turns direct, then true node retrograde enters Taurus, Sun enters Aquarius. Okay, so let's take a look. Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, and we are talking about Cancer. So 1, 2, 3, 8th house. Okay, so 8th house. Then full moon in Cancer, which is your first house. Again, your 8th house, right? So 8th house for you is your will, secrets, death, regeneration, finances, long-term finances, sexual energy, etc. Where's my water glass? Oh well. So I'm going to say with Mercury turning retrograde there, and your first house, which is you have a full moon. So you may go back and reopen maybe somebody's will, maybe somebody who has left some assets for you, maybe somebody, a parent or a grandparent, somebody has left something and you just want to go make sure because you feel there are some loopholes that we need to fix or whatever, or somebody owes you money or whatever, you all need to fix that. You will go back and figure it out and fix it. And the full moon in your first house is how you present yourself, etc. Remember, the spotlight's going to be on you. So be careful how you present yourself. Don't try anything hanky-panky because it's going to blow up in your face. And I'm also going to say, if you go back and look at your paperwork or look at some family documents or property documents or whatever, and you find, or somebody left shares behind, or they left a will or the life insurance maintenance came through and you're the beneficiary or anything like that, I'm going to say be careful, because you may just kind of automatically jump to suspicion and go at it with maybe a sibling or somebody else. No, you need to calmly sit and think about it, and there is going to be a reopening of a certain file. That's the way I look at a communication. You're going to go back and look at that communication, be it in the form of documents, be it in the form of text or emails or whatever. You're going to go back and re-look it, and the spotlight is on you. So be very careful how you conduct yourself, and watch your words, okay? Because retrograde is also in your 8th house. Be very careful, watch yourself. I have a feeling with the occult and death and all that stuff, there's something fishy going on around there. So just watch yourself. Be careful what you eat too. Okay, be careful on what you eat too. Okay, I don't know why, but because you're also going to go back and re-look at your finances, which is not a bad thing. Finances and contracts. Okay, Leo. Jan 14, Mercury turns retrograde. Ceres goes direct on Jan 14. Jan 17, full moon in Cancer. Uranus direct on Jan 18th. Jan 18th, true node retrogrades in Taurus. Jan 19th, Sun enters Aquarius. So for my beautiful Leos, Mercury direct in Aquarius. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th house. And Cancer in the thing, right? So that's 12th house, full moon. Okay, then 7, 7, 12. Okay, so when Mercury goes retrograde in your 7th house, it's about your friends, marriage, partners, contracts, and relationships. And your 12th house is karma, hidden supports, institutions, etc. I have a feeling that you are going to be thinking and rethinking about your relationships and the communication with regards to a relationship or something somebody might have said to you in the past, and you're going to go back and look at that information or the text, but you're going to be doing some snooping around, okay? And your 12th house, it's like, yeah, things are a little bit hidden, things are a little bit hidden. So things are going to come to light, and there is going to be some communication with regards to that, not necessarily very healthy communication. So things regarding your relationship is going to come to light. You're going to find out some stuff that has transpired. Maybe you're going to come across some text messages, and you're going to get a harsh exchange of harsh words. And the light is going to be shed on your Cancer, which is your 12th house. So yes, absolutely. The light, things that have been hidden from you are going to come to light. Absolutely, this week. That's Leo. Now let's look at Virgo now. Virgo, Jan 14th, Mercury turns retrograde. Jan 14th, Ceres goes direct. Jan 17th, full moon in Cancer. Jan 18th, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. Jan 18th, true node retrograde enters Taurus. Okay, so from Aries, from Gemini is going backwards to Taurus. That's what I mean to say. Then Jan 19th, Jan 19th, Sun enters Aquarius. So, we are looking at Virgo. So Aquarius, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is your 6th house. And then Cancer. Cancer is your 11th house. And then you're going to have Taurus. That's your 12th, 11th, and 10th house. Okay, 6th, 11th, and 10th house. And Cancer, full moon in Cancer. That is your 12th house. No, that's your 11th house. So full moon in your 11th house. So there is going to be something that's going to come to light with regards to your friends and like-minded people and groups of people who you've been associating with. What they have been telling you is going to be completely so far removed from reality. Your 6th house is work, health, discipline, and habits, and your 10th house is your career, reputation, morals, and life goals. So let's look at your Cancer. Full moon is in your 11th house. So yes, I did say something's going to come to light. 6th house, work, health, discipline, and habits, and 10th house is career. Listen, this is like a bit of weird situation for y'all, Virgo, for this week. I feel like your people who you work with are the people who you play with. You know what I mean? So tread carefully over there, because things are going to come to light that are not necessarily nice, in all honesty. I hate to say it. And also, having said that, there are some relationships there that have come full circle. Okay? And so when you find out that things are not necessarily what they have been assumed to be, there is going to be a little bit of backpedaling, and I didn't say that and I didn't do that type of thing. This is a little bit of a tricky situation. So again, like I say with Mercury retrograde, always watch yourself, right? And Mercury, as we know, forget about all these houses, it's communication. So whatever tricky situation that might pop up for you this week, communication is the most essential things, right? I mean, without communication, like how do we even survive? So whatever your situation is, handle it appropriately. Handle it with, what's the word? With grace. Virgos, you can get very anal about things. You can get nitpicky. I recommend that you don't be nitpicky over here for a little bit. Okay, Libra. Jan 14th, Mercury turns retrograde. Jan 14th, Ceres goes direct. Jan 17th, full moon in Cancer. Jan 18th, Uranus goes direct. Jan 18th, true node retrogrades, goes back into Taurus. Jan 19th, Sun enters Aquarius. So for my beautiful Libras in Aquarius, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Mercury turns retrograde in your 5th house. So that would be, I wouldn't be surprised. Your 5th house is love affairs, speculation, kids, etc. So it's a bit tricky over there again for you with regards to your, I don't know, maybe you're having an affair with multiple people and it's all going to come to light, or it's like boom, 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 and everything is up in the air. And also with regards to children, there could be some communication issues going on, or lack of communication, eruption, volcanoes, that sort of a thing. And full moon in Cancer, so that is 12, 11, 10th house. So your full moon is with regards to your career, reputation. Be careful, be careful. The light is going to be shed on your career and your reputation and your life goals and your morals. So yeah, watch it. Things that have been hidden from you is going to come to the top. You're going to see it with clarity. You're also going to see with clarity your own thought process and your own concepts that you had towards your life goals, your career, your reputation, etc. You're going to be rethinking, because you're going to see with clarity, right? Things that were hidden are going to come to light, and when it comes to light, you'll be like, oh, I didn't know that, I didn't see this, how did I miss that, that sort of a thing. And then so Uranus goes direct in Uranus. Uranus direct Uranus 10 degree in Taurus. Okay, so Taurus. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 8th house. So if you have felt a little bit stagnated, like, things have been kind of a little bit off and you feel like stuck in the mud, that's going to shift. That energy is going to shift, and it's going to take you forward a little bit, okay? Because now the light has been shed, and since you see clearly, you're able to see your path clearly, and you're going to be able to move forward. Scorpio, okay? Scorpio, January 14th, Mercury turns direct and Ceres goes direct. January 17th, full moon in Cancer. January 18th, Uranus goes direct. January 18th, true node retrogrades in Taurus. Jan 19th, Sun enters Aquarius. So Aquarius, so 1, 2, 3, 4th house for you. 4th house. Cancer is 9th house. Okay. So full moon in Cancer, okay, which is 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, which is your 9th house. So father, distant travel, higher education and intellect. There is going to be a focus on that. If you've been discussing things and if you've been having some back and forth with your dad or such, or a father figure, that's going to come to light. If you feel that he hasn't been supporting you, all of a sudden you realize why. So be careful when you communicate with him. He's probably coming from a place of love, not hatred. Then let's talk about the fourth house. Fourth house is what now? So 1, 2, 3, fourth house. Aquarius goes direct, and it's your fourth house, your emotions, home, mother, family roots. And also Sun enters your fourth house. So I'm going to say that with regards to your fourth house, your emotions, your home, your mom, family roots, and that sort of a thing, you're going to feel that there's going to be some changes there, okay? If there have been some communication gaps, if there have been stalled relationships, if there have been whatever, lack of connectivity over there, your fourth house is going to kind of pick up pace and move forward. If you feel that it has stalled, now you'll be able to move out. And fourth house, some of the aspects of the fourth house are your own emotional state of mind, your home, your mom, your family roots, that sort of a thing. I've been seeing that trend with Scorpio for a while now though. Anyhow, so Sagittarius, Jan 14 Mercury goes retrograde, Jan 14 Ceres direct, Jan 17 full moon in Cancer, Jan 18th Uranus direct, and Jan 18th true node retrograde enters Taurus, Jan 19th Sun enters Aquarius. So let's take a look. Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. So 1, 2, 3, third house, right? Third house is retrograde, Mercury. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th house. Your full moon is in your 8th house, right? Then Uranus goes direct. Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th house, and Sun enters Uranus, which is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's funny because so you have Mercury retrograde, which is in your third house, right? Because Mercury 10 degrees Aquarius, 20 degrees retrograde. So third house is your immediate environment and short trips, retrograde. And then, hang on a second. What's your other third house here then? Sun enters third house. Then the Sun enters the third house too. And the third house for you is again an immediate environment. So I'm going to say when you're going to go on short trips, which I do believe you will go on short trips, you're going to find out some very interesting things about yourself or about your near and dear. And there will be some conversations that will be had. Okay? That's the spotlight, because there is retrograde Mercury, which is communication. So you're going to be reconfiguring, re-talking, rethinking things through. And the spotlight is on your third house because the Sun enters your third house anyway. So there'll be a few short trips, and your immediate environment, be it your home, your property, your office, that sort of a thing. People you live with, people you work with, your short immediate environment. And short trips are like, I don't know, maybe just overnight or that sort of a thing, not like you're going across the country or whatever. Interesting. Now I'm thinking, because I know exactly what's going to happen, at least as far as my situation is concerned. I have a feeling, like, because I know, what my plan is for the next week in terms of, my itinerary or my what's the word? I shouldn't say agenda, my diary, like what I have planned for the next week. Okay, so 8th house, full moon. 8th house is will, secrets, occult, death, regeneration, sexual energy, and long-term finances. There's going to be full moon on that. So all those things are going to be brought to light. If there's anything that is hidden, now you can see with clarity. If you've had specific opinions about these things or a kind of a different mindset, I have a feeling that it's all going to come to light, and you're going to rethink and revisit it. And so moving forward, you will be able to change your attitude and your opinions with regards to your wills, the way you keep your secrets, or maybe the secrets you have been keeping, death, your regeneration, sexual energy, finances. I also feel that you are going to be able to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Reconnect. in a very physical way, if you will, with somebody. Well, what I mean by physical way is like if your intimate relationships have kind of gone a bit like, I don't know, crinkly. Like, if you haven't been feeling that intimate or whatever, and you're going to be going on a short trip or whatever, it's almost kind of going to feel like a rekindling of the affairs of the heart. There you go. Oh my God. You're probably going to laugh. You're like, Kirtana, what are you going to say? Are you just saying that we're going to have hot sex? And the answer is yes. I hope YouTube doesn't strike the video down for using the word sex. Anyhow. Okay. I try to use words that are very, what's the word? Trying to keep it classy. Okay, Capricorn. So Capricorn, here we go. Oh my God, did I really? Oh my God, I'm at the last thing. Okay, so January 14th, Mercury turns retrograde. January 14th, Ceres direct. January 17th, full moon Cancer. January 18th, Uranus direct. January 18th, true node retrogrades in Taurus. January 19th, Sun enters Aquarius, retrograde in Aquarius. So let's see. So retrograde in your second house, okay? Then full moon in Cancer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th house. Then Sun enters your second house, okay? Okay. So retrograde your second house, your communication, a lot of communication regards to your possessions, your talents, your values, your ability to earn income, how you earn income. So there's going to be lots of conversations. You're going to go back and say, okay, maybe I need to reconfigure this, maybe this is what I thought I was going to do in terms of, it could be regarding your job too. So you're going to go back and have a lot of communications regards to that. If there was a communication gap, or a cut in a communication regarding your talent, let's say a job, and then you have all your skill sets and everything, and you have it all, and you've been like applying for jobs and nothing's happened. Now it's going to come through for you. You're going to hear some good news. Full moon in your 7th house, your friends, your marriage, your partnership, contracts, relationships. So this is contracts and relationships, and partnerships could also be job. So I have a feeling if you have applied for some jobs in the past and you never heard, now you're going to get back. Or you may get a job that you used to have way back when, that for some reason, your past employer, somehow you're reconnected and you're like, yeah man, come back. Okay, your job is still here, that sort of a thing. Sun in the second house, which is again, yes, I think it's going to be regarding your job, for y'all, Capricorn, because it's all something that, if maybe you were laid off, you're going to get called back in. That's what I feel is a main focus for you for this week, Capricorn. That's all I got for you, really. Full moon in the 7th house. It's again, yes, your friends, marriage, partners, contracts, and relationships. Yeah, it could be friends, marriage, and partners, but partners, contracts, and relationships could also apply to work, right? And there you have it. So I hope this kind of helped you guys. I try to keep it short and concise and not gab on and on and on, because, I don't want you all to lose interest. Sometimes it's like, oh my God, that sort of a thing, because I look at it from my perspective. If I were watching this video, like, what am I looking for? So I'm still learning. Let me know. Your feedback is very important to me. I do appreciate your feedback. I appreciate you stopping by and watching my videos. Please do leave your comments. Please subscribe. And please hit the bell icon, so that way you'll be notified when I post new videos. People, I had a lot of comments on my other channel, which is the Real Tarot 1123, where I post on a regular too. They said, oh, we subscribed, but I didn't get notified. Yeah, you got to hit the bell icon. So please do. And to the members of the Real Astrology, thank you so much for your support and your comments. And for those of you who are just dropping by, who are visitors, I hope you subscribe, become part of the Real Astrology family. I will absolutely love it. Give me the thumbs up, hit the bell icon, and do subscribe. And please leave your comments. That's really, really, it helps me a lot, because it's like, and I find it fascinating, it's like, oh wow, people leave comments like, oh my God, Kirtana, this is how it worked for me, and this is what happened. And I love to hear that. It's just so awesome. So much love to you all. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate you all. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye for now.